Alright, so in the side of the new Update and Grow Garden, we have a brand new crafting system. And if you're wanting to know how, obviously, to craft alongside that, the items required for the basic crafting, pretty much what you're going to need to do is come over to this juicy thing right here. Now, alongside this, you also need to know you need a ton of honey for this. And I'll have plenty of videos on this, right? If I remember to, it'll be up in the top right, or you can just head on over to my video channels and see this. I have ways to automate, obviously, honey conversion and all this stuff. Super helpful, but it's finally good to see that the honey is now integrated into the new crafting system directly rather than previously where, you just had to give it like 5 honey to continue through the track. But now one of the main things we do need to note is there are a lot of things that are craftable need to be crafted with other stuff, right? So you craft like the first thing, but then that first thing's needed to craft like in a later crafting recipe and so on. So, but what we do have is the new seed thing. So the only ones in this that I think have previously been in, you can buy the manuka flower or craft it. You can craft the honeysuckle and the lumira. The lumira and honeysuckle are absurdly overpowered considering their absurd value, but these were inside of the event track previously with the, crafting busy bear, but now you can just straight up craft these. So pretty much the way this is going to work is you select the thing you want to craft, right? And you're going to just start crafting it, but you have to contribute these things to it. So for the bee palm, you need a crocus flower and a lavender. And if you're wanting to know how to get like a crocus flower, that is the basic one from the exotic or the crafter seed pack. Now you don't have to pay for this one. Rather, it is obtainable in this thing right here. So to get this, you need 1 flower seed pack and honey. Best thing about this is flower seed packs are quite literally always in stock over here. As you see, these are always in stock, so you can buy them there and then come over here and trade them right here. So as you see, you can get the flower seed pack and honey to create the crafter seed pack. Now, obviously this does have a crafting time. So as you see, it takes 20 minutes to craft. Really overpowered. So what you'll do is if I can find a bunch of pollinated plants to use, I'll use this for example. What we're going to do is take the pollinated plants, right? You need to get the seed and honey. So I'm going to get this converting. Luckily, they did nerf converting times. And then alongside that, I'm going to get more pollinated plants real fast using the pollen radar, which you should definitely be using in the big 2020. The next thing is obviously once you start crafting this is also just note the testing server. So most likely the times you'll see are completely different. But the next thing to note is you do need honey for all of these. So I would recommend grinding honey before start grinding all these crafting recipes, because once again, do note these all are absurdly valuable to have, but do note is you have to have an absurd amount of honey for everything. So now I can buy, let's see, I want to trade honey and buy the flower seed pack. This will just be a demonstration, right? So once you have the flower seed pack, right, then you can come over and craft this and the 10 honey. So I will wait on the honey to be ready before I start crafting it. So as you see, collect the honey. Now we're gonna come over here, right? Select crafting recipe, craft, and then pack. So then you hold it out, boom, start crafting with the honey. You can obviously skip it. So I'll buy the skip crafting just to show you, right? This is what it'll look like when it's done, right? I'm not waiting. You claim it. Then we have a new pack right here, which will be this one right here. Now, then obviously you can spin this. Boom, we got a succulent. Now the succulent is one of the new ones, right? And then you can use said succulent in other trading systems. And then obviously this just continues. Really overpowered, right? The lumira, this is super rare, but do note, obviously, to craft the lumira or like the honeysuckle, you need previous seed packs or seeds. Now it's not the plant itself. Do note that if it shows the seed, what it looks like, this is the seed, not the plant itself. So like this takes a crocus plant and a lavender plant. This takes the actual seed itself. The next thing are going to be the items. So the items do very much need this one item called a cleaning spray, right? So you can get a lot of these, right? You buy 1 and you get 10. So these are really easy to obtain, but I don't think they are guaranteed in stock. So what we're going to look at is these. So, right, the spite spritzer sprinkler, the sweet soaker sprinkler, the stalk sprout sprinkler, and the tropical mist sprinkler. There's also a few other ones, but to start off, what you're going to be looking at is you craft these, and these boost specifically the things obviously as mentioned. So the pepper, amber lily, and cacao, these ones are going to boost. You use these and a master sprinkler. Obviously that is absurdly expensive, but this is going to last for 2.5 minutes, and you're going to be able to use this in order to buy and just boost this. So greatly increases variant chances bonus on spicy type. It's pretty much the exact same thing with every single one of these. But alongside that, we also have the new crafting system to craft and increase your backpack size. Now, the reason why this is very overpowered is you can consider the fact, if you're ever running out of space, if you're grinding with raccoons, if you're more of a pro player, or if you're, just running out of space in general, this is going to be very, very helpful because once again, you can just fill up your inventory. The Honey Crafter Crate, this was originally only obtainable from the Busy Bear track, so now we can naturally get this. Alongside that, these sprays. So these are absurdly overpowered. So I know for a fact I'm buying this one, right? Covers a fruit in a specific set mutation. This is very overpowered, especially considering a lot of these are more for rarer ones. So covers a fruit and chocolate. So this now turns the admin event, once again, another admin event, turned into a specific obtainable natural thing in the game. If you knew the chocolate rain or poop rain, as some people called it, this is now naturally obtainable in the chocolate mutation. This was previously obtainable via the chocolate sprinkler and then only the admin event, but now you can obtain this with the new crafter. So the next thing is going to be the pollinated spray, and this one is my personal favorite, where you can just straight up apply the shocked mutation alongside the pollinated mutation. Now, reason why the pollinated one is absurdly overpowered, right? The bee pollen plant and cleaning spray, and then only 25 honey. You could absurdly compact plants. Now, I do believe this might be only like a one-time use scenario on a single plant, but there is a chance that it's like an AoE effect. So if I were to use cleaning spray, yeah. So you have to spray it specifically on a plant. As you see, that plant had a few mutations, now it no longer has any. So most likely it's a one-time use scenario thing, but regardless, if you are farming money on a singular item plant, this is still a very overpowered thing to have in your inventory. Anyways, though, that pretty much wraps it up for crafting. If this video helped you out, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you on the next one.